Hi boys and girls. So today we are still going to look at fractions and we are going to try to understand what halves and quarters are. Okay. So I have this pizza with me, and for us to be able to understand what fractions are, and we will try to review what we learned yesterday. I told you that fraction means part of a whole or part of a group. So now we are going to look at this pizza. You can see it is one whole, okay? It has not been divided, no part of it, no piece of it has been removed. So that means that you can see it is just the way it is as a whole. That means that it is one whole and it has not been tampered with. So now I want you to pretend that you have your sister with you. Assume that you have your sister with you and you're just the two of you and you would like to share this pizza. How are you going to share it between the two of you? Okay, so you are going to share it with your sister by cutting it into two. So when you cut it into two, it means that you've divided it into a half. Okay, your sister or your brother will get half of it and you are going to get half of the pizza. Okay, so when you get half of it, you give half of the remaining parts to your sister. That means that you've divided it into two, and that is a fraction. Okay, we said fraction is part of a whole or it is part of a group. So this is just one whole pizza and it has been divided into two to show that it is in a half. Okay, now you are four of you and you want to share this pizza. How are you going to divide it amongst the four of you? You will cut it into four parts. You can see it has been cut into four parts. So one you will give it to your brother, another one to your sister, another one to your mom and your dad, so that you all get it equally. Okay, you share them equally. Okay, so we've shared it into four equal parts so that no one will get bigger and the other one will get smaller. You all get equal parts. So, okay, so now let's try to understand what is a quarter. Okay, a quarter is one piece, okay? One piece of it, okay, that stands for a quarter. That's why you have 1/4. They were divided into four parts, but now one piece of it has been taken, which means you have eaten one piece of it, and now these three other parts are remaining, but you removed one out of four. Out of four parts, you removed one piece, and that's why we call it's a quarter. Okay, now we have two parts. You can now see we have two parts. Those are two pieces of pizza. Okay, so these two pieces of pizza are remaining. Two pieces have been eaten, two pieces are remaining. Okay, so that means it is two quarters. So two quarter is the same as a half. Did you know that two quarter is the same as a half? Okay, so now you know. And then now we have three parts. Okay, you can see there are 3/4. So that is 3/4. We say 3/4. One piece has been removed. How many pieces are remaining? 1, 2, 3. So those are three parts are remaining. Okay. So now what fraction is shaded? What fraction is shaded? You're going to look at only one part that has been colored. Then you tell me, what do you think? What is the fraction? Do we write 3/4 or 1/4? Correct. We write 1/4 because it's only one part has been shaded. One part has been colored. Okay. Good. Let's go to the next one. So you can see we have what fraction is shaded over here. You can see these are three parts that have been shaded. So how are you going to write your fraction? Is it 1/4 or 3/4? So let's find out. It is 3/4. Why is it 3/4? Because three parts have been shaded. 1, 2, 3. Those are three parts that have been shaded. Three parts out of four. There were four parts, but only three parts have been shaded. Okay. So now, what fraction is shaded? So I know this might be a bit confusing. Some of you will write 2/2. Okay, but it's not 2/2. This is two parts that have been shaded out of four parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are four parts that have been shaded, but So you're going to write your fraction as 2 out of 4. 2 parts have been shaded out of 4, okay? And did you know that when you write 2 out of 4 is the same as a half? Just like I told you, okay? So these are 2 out of 4 parts, okay? It's the same as writing a half, okay? Good, let's continue. So now what fraction is shaded? So you can see when you have this square here, how many parts do you see? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 parts. You can see you have 4 parts, but out of these 4 parts, only 1 part has been shaded. So you're going to write 1 over 4. 1 over 4, meaning that 1 part has been shaded. That is a quarter. Okay, so what fraction is shaded? So what fraction do you think is shaded over here? Okay, so we have our triangle, okay, and then you can see we have 2 parts, 1, 2, but there is only 1 part that has been shaded. This is the part that has been shaded. So what fraction is it? It is a half which is 1 over 2, meaning that it is only 1 part that has been shaded. Okay. Let's continue. What part? Okay, what fraction is shaded? Again, what fraction is shaded over here? How many parts do we have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 parts, but how many parts have been shaded? Let's count the parts that have been colored. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So it is 3 over 4. 3 over 4. So only 3 over 4 parts. It is only 3 parts that have been shaded. So you're going to write 3 over 4. Okay, so what fraction is shaded over here? Now when you look at this, it looks a bit tricky and confusing. But the only thing you have to do is count the boxes. Okay, so let's count the boxes. Count the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are 8 parts. Out of these 8 parts, how many parts have been shaded? 1, 2. So it is 2 out of 8. If it is 2 out of 8, it is the same as a quarter. Why are we saying it is the same out of a quarter? It is the same as a quarter because you have 2 here. You can divide 2 by 2, which is 1. And then you divide 2 by 8. 8 divided by 2, you get 4, which is a quarter. Okay? Good. So what fraction is shaded? Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are 8 parts. Okay? Out of 8 parts, how many parts have been shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you see when you look at this? We said it is now 4 out of 8. But what do you see? What have you noticed about this shape? You can see a whole side of it has been shaded. That represents a half. Okay? So you can as well say it is half part of it that has been shaded. So 4 over 8 is the same as a half. Okay, so now what fraction is shaded over here? Let's count how many parts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8, but only 2 parts have been shaded, so it is 2 over 8. Now if we say 2 over 8 is the same as a quarter. So arranging fractions on a number line. Now we are going to try to arrange these fractions on a number line. As we try to arrange the fractions on the number line, we will begin with the smallest one, okay? And remember that a number begins from 0. So as we write our number line, we have to begin from 0. And before we do that, look at every shaded fraction, okay? So you can see this is a whole circle and it has been divided into 4 parts. Only 1 part has been shaded. So what fraction will you write there? You can see we can write there 1 over 4, okay? So we started by writing 0 and then here we write 1 over 4. Why do we write 1 over 4? Because only 1 part has been shaded. It is 1 part out of how many parts? Let's count how many parts. How many parts do you see? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 parts. So it is 1 over 4. Okay, so now as you continue, you can see this is a half because you can see the line cuts across, okay? So the whole part of one side has been shaded. That represents a half, okay? And then here we have 1, 2, 3. 3 parts have been shaded. Out of how many parts? Out of 4, because initially they were 4 parts. 1, so let's count the parts. You can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts, okay? There are 4 parts. That's why you can see you have 4. They are 4 parts. But how many parts have been shaded? 1, 2, 3. 3 parts have been shaded, okay? And then when you look at this circle, it has not been divided into any part. That means it is 1. So when you're arranging, you arrange from the smallest to the biggest. When you can see 0 is the smallest number followed by a quarter. A quarter is the smallest of them all because you can see when you look at the shaded part, only this one part has been shaded. That means it is the smallest, okay? Then when you look at this circle, you can see half of it has been shaded. So from a quarter to half, okay? Half is bigger than a quarter, okay? Why is half bigger than a quarter? Because when you look at this half, you can see there are only 2 parts, okay? One part has been shaded, this other part has not been shaded. So there are 2 parts. You can see this one part that has been shaded is bigger than this part that has been shaded, which is a quarter, okay? And then when you look at this one, we can see how many parts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 parts. When there are 4 parts, only 3 parts have been shaded. 1, 2, 3. So that means that it is 3 parts that have been shaded out of 4 parts that they were. So when you look at the shaded parts, you will see this is the smallest one, followed by the half, followed by the 3/4, which is bigger than a half, then one whole number. Okay, so that's it in our fraction. So that's it for today and have a nice day. Bye bye.